Hey there guys, Cambot back here with another video. I'm going to be doing Rust today. I'm going to be doing base tips and tricks. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Just to give you guys a little information on this game. I love it. I suggest if you want to buy this game and you have a friend that's going to play it with you, 100% get it. I love it. I have 400 hours of it. I spent like 150 hours in 1 week on this game. It was a little obsessive. I mean, I wake up at 10 a.m. I play till 6 a.m. It's an incredibly fun game, but I haven't played it in about 40 days or so due to the lack of updates. But the developers recently released an explanation for why that is, and said that they will be coming out with some stuff soon. And so it's the code for the game is messed up. It's not messed up. It's difficult to implement new things. So they're rewriting the code to make it much easier to do updates. So here's the base I'm going to show you guys. This is my favorite type of base. I use this in every server I've ever played in. It's called the tower base. Now, if you noticed, it's a little 1 by 5. Okay, you can do a 1 by up to about 7 or 8, but that just gets a little excessive and takes a lot of resources. So depending on how many people you have farming, the more people you have farming, the bigger you can go. But I typically do a 1 by 4 or 1 by 5. It's just easier to put up, it's quicker. And you also, when we are building this base specifically, you want to be able to get 4 or 3 complete stories done right off the bat. You want to be able to cap it. So what I mean by capping, in case you guys don't know, is so I'm coming up to the 3rd story. Say this is the 3rd story. Come on, there we go. Server's lagging. So I'm coming up here. I got all this finished, all this walled off. I come up and then I just wall this little direct area off, doorway, ceiling. That's what I mean by capping it. So you can still expand out onto here, but they can't just build up top and just jump down into your base and you'd be screwed. So you want to at least get 3 stories with a 1 part capped off of it. So this is the sky base I'm going to show you guys. It's the expansion part of the base. Now when you're building this, as far as height goes, I suggest 7 stories. Any more than that does get a little excessive and a little too much, because if you're up at the top and you got to be somewhere, like your friend's out in the field getting shot, you have to run down, open up all the doors, close all the doors. There's a lot of doors to open and close, which is why this is so effective, because it's a 1 by however many. So the enemies, when they're breaching you, they have to go the same path. And right now that's 4 doorways per floor. That's 8C4. That's 8C4 per floor, and if you have 7 floors, that's 50-64 in total. But of course, if there are ways to get up to the 2nd floor and just blow straight into your 2nd floor, and so you're looking at about 36 plus C4 used minimum, up to 56. That's a huge amount of resources. There's no way anybody in any server is gonna have that unless they're hacking or the server's like 2 months old. That's just an obscene amount of resources to spend on C4. But this is the top, okay? And if you guys notice, I put the little L-shaped I made it kind of an L-shaped at first, so the foundation goes over there. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Jump out here, see how it goes that way? So what I'm doing with this expansion is it's up in the sky, as you can see. And you have, when you're coming out, I have this little platform right there so you can jump onto that. If you don't feel safe just jumping onto here. Now, tip to jumping is you got to jump later than you think out of this, or else you're going to hit your head on top of the door, fall down, and die. That's why I suggest 7 stories too. 7 stories, if the enemy falls, they die, but it's also a risk that you're going to have to take. So you better hope that you're not going to mess up while you're jumping either. But it's all about making bases that are unrateable. And if they're dying as they jump off, then that justifies as the base being pretty damn unrateable. But I'm going to go ahead and jump over here so I can get a better angle. Okay, so you see these 3 pillars? I actually only suggest you putting 2. Okay, now here's the trick to this. I have a 5-story main house. So therefore, my pillars, these pillars right here, need to be 4 stories. Okay, they just come up to the floor. Okay, so I suggest only 2 pillars. That way they can't put that barricade there, because that's how they're going to get to that door. So only 2 pillars, one in the middle, one on the side, and that way you can put a barricade like so, tilted, so you have to jump up on top of the roof. Hold on, I'm actually going to show you guys this real quick. Okay, and what starts to make this incredibly tricky is once they blow this door off and they get to the sky base, you see how I have this bottom, I'll run you through it, but first I'm actually going to tell you guys this. You have to get on top of this door to even get close enough to open that one. So they have to first of all be able to think, hey, in order to get to that door, we got to put a door right here and open it going out so we can stand on top of it. First of all, they have to think about that. Okay, that's some pretty damn logical thinking, and most people won't be able to do so. But even if they do, they can't put C4 on the door. That's why they have to put that barricade there to walk up to the door and be able to put the C4 on. So that's why I do suggest 2 pillars. So open up the door, jump right in, or if you don't, jump right in. I jumped a little too soon and messed up. Oh, also with this base though, I suggest 4 doorways on the bottom, a doorway on the 3rd floor and 4th floor. Those are all going outside of the base. And the reason why I say that is because if you just put 1 doorway on the bottom, your enemies can just put like barricades in front of it all day long, and and it would be a hassle to get out, or they can blow it up and replace it with theirs. So I do suggest 4 doorways on the bottom floor, and having a doorway on the 3rd floor going out and on the 4th floor going out. That way you can jump out in case you're getting attacked and you're kind of ninja, or if for some reason they are dicks and blow up 4 doors just to grief you, then you'll still have a way out of your base. Okay, so it's actually getting a little dark. Alright, so I'm on target. There we go. As you can see, this is where the sky base starts, despite me having a floor right below me. So I'm gonna go down there. I just had to show you guys how to. That was convenient. I just had to show you guys how to. You guys see how I hit the roof because I jumped way too soon? Yeah, I keep jumping too soon. I can't see. I'll get it for you guys though. I want to share this base design with you guys because this is incredibly. It's broken. I mean, people, complain about having their base raided all the time, but a base like this is so freaking hard to raid. Boom. Okay, see, I put all this right here too, but there's nothing. There's nothing going up to the floor, to the next floor. So they're gonna see this, and they're gonna jump across, and they're gonna start blowing through all these doors to find absolute nothing. So that's more C4 down the drain. Okay. Yet another reason why this base is so damn hard to break into. Alright, so you gotta get up on top of the roof. Boom. And then you kind of make this. You can make this as high as you freaking want to. Okay, I do suggest on your main base having 1 floor, all windows. Not all windows, I'm sorry. You wanna zigzag them. So say you put a window like right here, and then you put a window right there, and then there, and then there. That way, you don't want to put windows on both sides. That way, I'm shooting out here and I'm getting shot from back here. It's not good. It's not safe. But that does kind of help with one of the weaknesses of this base. The weaknesses of this base are if you're at the top and you have to be somewhere fast. You have to open up all the doors, close all the doors as you run out. That's a lot of time wasted just trying to get out of your base. But also that's also one of the strengths to it. But another weakness to it is the fact that you can't really protect yourself from incoming raiders. You just have to sit and wait for them to come to you. So the windows, have 1 floor have a bunch of windows on it every 3 floors or so. Of course, your top floor you don't want any windows, and because that's where all your boxes are going to be. But this, sky base, you can make it as high as you want to, and of course you're going to put doorways at every interval. And so as you guys can see how unraidable or how difficult to raid this base would be. Now I want to talk to you guys about one of the defensive weaknesses of this base as well, of the main base. It's incredibly easy to just build up the side and, you know, build up a stairwell along the side and be able to blow in. Now I do suggest have at least one foundation aligning the side of your house. Okay, on both these, you know, you should have, that's only one foundation, you should have another one on each side. Okay, so it's going to actually be 3 foundations wide, but the outer foundations are going to have 2 sets of pillars, as so. One in the middle, one on the outside, and you should build each of them to at least 4 floors high. Now, if you want to be super safe, the ones closest to your base need to be 1 story above your base. Okay, that's just the safest possible way. There's absolutely no way that those can be tampered with. Whereas the 4th floor ones can, even though it is incredibly difficult. So you want both these to be 4 stories high. And then if you have the resources, you build a second layer of protective foundations, okay, on each side. So now that turns it from 3 to 5 foundations wide. And you want to do the same thing, 4 floors of pillars. Nobody's getting close to your base. They're not going to be able to build up the side of it, and you are completely protected. And that's pretty much as unraidable a base can get that isn't taken out by sheer brute force. Hope this video helped you guys out. If it did, please hit the like button, as it really does help my channel out. Subscribe also for more videos to come about Rust and many other games. I thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video.